So, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is?
Something turn to lessons and lessons turn to blessings.
You know what I'm saying? And we here.
We here.
So for today's Suffering Turn to Lesson segment, definitely I think it's a good idea to go to it. Definitely say, just like the path of life we took, you know, whether it was sports, life, whatever. With that scare that Bronny had, and I don't want to say scared because it's serious, but when I say scared because he's okay now, knowing that he's on the other side of it. I think we both should like kind of jump into just a different point in our life, whether it was an injury or anything, where it was one of those things that can kind of shake your mindset, and you knew you still had you still had so much bouncing back to do, and where you actually had to kind of go to get your mentality, or to get your mindset back, or to trust yourself again, trust your body to be his body, and everything of that nature. So I'll start it off, and I was at first I was leaning to like my shoulder, because it was so hard to get that trust back in my shoulder to like play reckless, like a controlled reckless, but like, you know, like after I messed my shoulder up, it was kind of like, once you start thinking about it, once I put that brace on, it was kind of like I knew I had a brace on, and I knew my shoulder, like I knew it was there, and I catch myself trying to like throw my other shoulder in there, you know, doing things. But actually what I'm going to talk about, and this is probably one of the harder things for me to bounce back from, because I didn't know how out of control it was. So this was later on in life. I started having issues with my kidneys, and they started bleeding, and I started finding like you know they were finding blood in my in my urine, different things of that nature. And I remember like being in that doctor's office after getting all the tests and everything done, and they were like, "Yo," I mean, one, that's kind of what like led to eventually leading to the point where I'm not drinking, but I remember. Like, I didn't even notice how big I got. Like, believe it or not, the shape I'm in now was not in that kind of shape then. I was about like 250.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah, I was a beach ball. Straight up, no shorts. But, man, like, just where I had to go, because in a weird, not even a weird way, on a serious level, I had lost the confidence in self. I didn't know where back to start from. You know, I knew some of the things that, like, I remember from sports was like, I just wasn't me anymore. And I didn't even notice how much it just changed, like, the hormonal imbalance in me, where, like, okay, I mentally know what I need to do, but I had no get up and start. Like, I was going to go to work, I was going to take care of the family, but, like, it hurt to run, so, like, I couldn't run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to go work out, but shit, I'm getting winded. Like, so, I remember the breakthrough where I saw my sister. And my sister, she at that point in time, which she's on. Y'all need to follow her page and stuff as well too. She's on is no, because she changed it.
Stronger every day.
Strong her every day, but it's her. She changed it. It was the lazy fitness page.
Oh yeah.
But she changed it to Strong Her, HER.
Shout out. I've seen her grinding, man. She's doing an amazing job.
So she at that point in time, she had like lost so much weight, and like she was like, and my sister still looks amazing, but it's like that, she doesn't know how much like that kind of like helped me bounce back, because at that point in time she had lost like a crazy amount of weight, like damn near back to like her high school size, and it was like, oh okay. And I remember like she had a bike, and I knew like, okay, I couldn't run because it hurt my knees, hurt my ankles, my back was messed up, like my diet was all off, like pissing blood, and I'm like, all right, like damn, like I gotta do something. I remember just like getting the bike because I saw her with it. I was like, all right, like I'm gonna just try to ride around the neighborhood because I know I can't run. I tried to run and like you jog, and next thing like you walk, and I'm like, I'm just walking around the neighborhood. And I remember like just getting on that bike and able to just like make it a lap around the neighborhood. And I was like, all right, bet, like okay, I made that. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to just do a lap and a half. And then next thing you know, like slowly but surely, like the mindset started coming back. Then the reset, and then shout out to D-Herbs. It was a brand where they were talking about it was like a full body like detox, and between taking that and that bike, that would help me lose my first 30 pounds. That's what got me back into like the 220 range, and then got me feeling back like myself, to the point where like now I walk around 200, but I feel like me, like. And that's even something, even to this day, like you still inspire me on like when because I don't know everything about it. And like when you like, you know how you put me onto like the amino acids for all the nerd and shit that I know. I didn't know about the non-essential. I didn't know about essential and non-essential amino acids, and like you need to take it. It's like, oh, okay. Like, and now, like from that, it had led me into doing like the more of the research and doing that. Oh, okay. Like it's not that you're off by 30. All men, like, you know, if you're not doing anything to help your testosterone, by 30, like 3 out of every 4 men have low T. Going through your 20s, 1 out of every 4 men have low T. And it's like, man, when you start doing those numbers, it's like, oh, okay, like, and most people just like, and I was one of those people. I thought like low T and all that stuff went straight to like, oh, your erection. Like, nah, bro, I'm still good. Like, I ain't got that. And it's like, nah, like when your testosterone and when your hormones and like that's what's making that. That's what gets you off. That's where you don't have that get up and go. That's where you don't have that mindset of like, oh, okay, I can break through, or like I want to do something in that way. And so in my adult life, like really, that was like my biggest like comeback. Because I couldn't see, definitely going through it, I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, and it was super tough, and I never thought I was going to be the person, because at that point in time, I might have been like 26, 27. I never thought I was going to be the person laid up in there, pissing blood, and then talking about, yo, your kidney's really fucking up. And that really like messed me up. But today, I'm back from it, and you know what I'm saying, what you got for us?
What I got for you? Let me see. I'm going to check it a little in another way. See, what interested with me, those weren't like the things for me, you know what I'm saying, that made me, I always, like me now, you know, with my Achilles, I still be trying to play basketball.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, like, that's just my mentality, I'm gonna go. What was, the thing that made me change is after football, you know, this is more of a mental for me, you know, I've been playing this game for a long time. And when I retired, I thought like, I'm gonna be good. Then it wasn't. You know, I went to a dark space, not knowing what was next, what did I love, or you know what I'm saying? I was lost. I was in that unknown, like you're saying, that dark page where I had to reinvent myself. And the reinvention didn't come from me, it came from my God. You know, I was going through a dark stage, but I needed to go to that dark stage to find the light, you know. So as you were saying, as you was going through that process and taking those steps, taking that one lap around, shoot, I couldn't, in my mental, I couldn't take a step at first, you know. Like, I was stuck. You telling me this is the only game I played my whole life, and every time I think I'm gonna be happy. That 1 week, the depression turned 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 years, you know what I'm saying? It just started to add up. But what really changed, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get too much of details. Is I keep on suicidal thoughts, you know. A lot of depression, a lot of stress, a lot of anger, a lot of hurt, going through ups and downs, and I always say God took that move and took that step from me, you know what I'm saying? And I remember vividly sitting in my crib, and I was like, today is that day, you know what I'm saying? But at that moment, it was crazy. It was 2 things that happened. I ain't gonna say the dude's name, but basically, he was my neighbor back when I was a young kid. And he used to play arena football. He never used to be home and stuff, but we always talked about football. And me and him ain't talked to a long time, but when I was going through this process of finding myself, or that depressed stage and suicide, basically, he was kind of there, but I never gave him my address. So I don't know how the police got in my house. Yeah. He called me, but I don't know how he knew, you know what I'm saying? But before that, before the police came, my mind was already shut down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was about to commit, you know what I'm saying? My mind was in that stage, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to it in that manner, because people take it to another level. I was on the verge, and I had that whisper in my ears, like, no, keep going, you know what I'm saying? And at first, I thought somebody was, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold up, now I'm here by myself, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And by the time, like, I realized, like, oh, what? Police, you see them in the bushes and doing, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? I ain't called, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying? But I found out he did that. I'm like, you don't know my address.
Yeah.
How you even get these people here? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But never happened. But after that, bro, man, it's crazy how God put people in your life and things in your life. He uses people to change you. Like, there's this guy on my NFL team. I ain't gonna say, I don't like to put people's names, but I don't know. And he called me randomly a couple days later, and he was like, you know, it was first like he was like, you wanna get some money? I was like, yeah, what? Yeah. He said, go out here, you go to this place, and you do this, and you get your benefit, boom, boom. But that wasn't the method. God knew at that moment he needed to use him because this dude is all about money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if he gets me there, he gets a referral, gets more money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But God also wanted me to go to counseling.
Yeah.
But he know I wanted more money because the benefits. That's how you gonna get me there. So God knows what to get you there. He knows how to bring in the message to make you take that step. So first he called me. I'm like, yeah, bro, I go get these benefits, go to this counseling thing, boom, 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 boom. And a week go by, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks he calling me. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go, bro. I'm gonna call the dude that. Went back into that dark stage. Like, man, I ain't moving nowhere. Fuck this. You know what I'm saying? And one day, I don't know, something happened to me, bro. I had like this little dream, and I just broke down and cried all night, and it was like, that moment, it was like, you got to go. I literally didn't, I just threw whatever in my bag, and I just went, you know what I'm saying? And I went out there, and when I first got out there, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it was all about getting the benefits.
Yeah.
Until, you know what I'm saying, one day, you know what I'm saying, we all in a group session, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, we just here to get these benefits. I'm not really changing. I'm not really growing. So it went from God using this guy to get me here to now, I got you here. Now I'm gonna really change you and mold you. You know what I'm saying? I was getting tested every week on the things I needed to figure. That was anger, being around people that give me anxiety and not allow me to control my mood. You know what I'm saying? All these things. But we're gonna keep going. And I met beautiful people there. You know, somebody gonna say their names. She knows she's my angel. I Miss A, that's all I say. You know what I'm saying? She changed my life. Her, Miss R, I ain't gonna say their name because I don't want them, you know what I'm saying? But they changed my life. They made me find me again. It wasn't about football. It was about that little kid that was trying to relearn himself, get that childhood that he never had. So basically, mine wasn't about injury. That wasn't my toughest thing. My coaches always said that, like, anything physical, all that stuff, Shamarko, you got that. That's easy. That's the easy part of you. That mental, that's what I had to fix. That spiritual, I had to fix. I never got so close to God. I never got so tapped in with my mental, meditating, yoga, and changing. Like, people today, they see me do that. Who the hell is this man? Mm-hmm. Like, I caught myself yogaing at the parks, doing that stuff because it was healing that child that I never was. You know what I'm saying? So those were my biggest things to come from. It wasn't about, like I said, the physical. I always know how to adjust. Like today, I was playing, what's that game I just asked you about?
Batman?
Batman. Full speed. Literally, diving on the floor. Physical was never it for me. It was the mental of looking myself in that mirror. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. Like you saying you was taking that left wrong thing, I had to look myself in the mirror and say, I don't like who the fuck I see in that mirror. Excuse my words. It's already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Adult content only.
Adult content only. You know what I'm saying? But truly, I had to look myself in the mirror and say, I did not like this person. But I didn't like him. I didn't understand him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. Like, people who go through certain things, mental overstand, it's not because they intentionally want to be that way. They're lost. They're trying to understand who that person is in the mirror. They're trying to heal and find the things, the tools, the things to reinvent themselves. And that's what that place gave me over there. You know what I'm saying? God put everything in space. I needed nurturing. I needed love. I needed all this. I needed a family. God put each person in the puzzle and made that. You know what I'm saying? And my message from this is, like I said, mine wasn't really about the physical part. It was healing myself from inside out. Yeah. Growing. And not putting no blame on nobody. Being the victim is me. My mentor, you know what I'm saying? I love this man to death because at the end of the day, he's a Hall of Famer. He was going in the Hall of Fame. in this moment when I was going through this, he made sure he told me what I needed to know. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was literally, he told me like, what you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna play the victim or you gonna change? And yeah, I took it personal at that time, but then I started to understand that was a real friend. That is a real mentor to make me look in that mirror and say, you got to be the change that you want. You know what I'm saying? And that was my mentality, bro. Like, and after that, man, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it took me to another realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, where my spiritual come first. I love me. You know what I'm saying? I love me. I love embracing me. I love God. You know what I'm saying? I love what make me happy. And that's why I try to tell everybody, man, like, you got to fulfill yourself inside out before you can do that to, get that to anybody else. You got to. I put and Tracy told me this all the time, you more than football. And I didn't understand that until I retired. Because I didn't know that I was, I didn't know that I was more than football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was stuck in football. But that's not Shamarko. You know what I'm saying? That's not anybody, any sport, anything you do, that's what you do that, but that's not who you are. You got so many gifts, you got so many talents, you got so much to embrace in this world. And once you do that, that mental health, I won't say it will go away, but you will find things to push it off. You know what I'm saying? Heal. Taking them steps to better yourself. And that's my story, man. Like I said, it really wasn't about physical, but it was really my mental and spiritual. And it's called a balance. You know what I'm saying? I got them on right there. What's that?
Yeah. I know the sign.
Son.
Oh.
Father, Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And think about it. It's balance.
Yeah.
Mental, physical, and spiritual. If you ain't got those, bro, you won't be balanced in life. And that's all it is. Find balance in life, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that will help you with your mental health, your depression, your stress, and all these things, man. And find time for yourself. Even if it's 5 minutes, man. 5 minutes, bro. I do it every day, and I stick to that routine that they taught me over there, man. And I say that to say this, bro, like, be present. Be present in your life, man. If you're going through anything, understand you're not the only one. Ask for help. Seek it. You know what I'm saying? God had to give it to me another way because I'm stubborn. You know what I'm saying? He had to put a little something on there. But then, like I said, when I got there, it wasn't about that no more. It was about me finding myself, finding peace at the beach. That's the first time I ever found peace, and it was free. You know what I'm saying? It's free out here, man. I go, think about it, I go down the street and go to the Forest Hill thing. The hood is right there, and everybody trying to find peace, but you see everybody else that's finding pieces in there.
Yeah.
You know, it takes one step across that street. Take that step, do something different, change your life. Don't keep doing the same thing and expecting something different. That's what I was doing. I was going to the weight room all the time, killing myself every day. Every day I'm just lifting weights, going out doing football drills. I'm trying to be done with football, I'm retired, but I'm still out here doing drills. It's like, no, go find some other hobbies. Go find yourself. Go find what you really love. Go find what's inside of you. Inside of you, man. So that's my message, man. Like, honestly, with you, I can put that concept together and get them laughs, because it took me plenty of retries and falling and getting back up to. I can't say I found myself. I would never say I'm healed, but I took them steps and took a better path, and now I understand myself and what I need.